Have you ever looked at someone who seems to have their life completely figured out and thought, how did they get there? While you're stuck doing the same things over and over? What if I told you the most successful people don't have some master plan? What if I told you they're just better at trying tiny experiments, seeing what works, and building from there? Hi, welcome to Spark Clarity. Today I'm breaking down Tiny Experiments by Ann-Laure Le Cunff. This book is like a guide to testing life's possibilities in a fun, low-risk way. Stay till the end for 5 simple ideas you can use right now, plus a free PDF to kickstart your own experimental life. Who exactly is Ann-Laure Le Cunff? Well, she's a former Google employee turned neuroscience researcher who built Nest Labs from scratch, a thriving community with over 200,000 members dedicated to mindful productivity. But here's the thing. She didn't set out with some grand master plan. When burnout hit her hard in 2018, she started experimenting with small changes in how she worked and lived. These tiny experiments eventually led to a completely new life path. Anne-Laure says big plans can trap us because we're scared to fail or let others down. Tiny experiments let you explore freely, whether you're picking a new hobby, testing a side hustle, or changing how you spend your mornings. So whether you're a college student confused by all the career choices, a working parent who feels stuck in a job, or a retiree wondering, what's next? This approach works for anyone feeling stuck. The harsh truth is that we set goals based on what looks impressive to others rather than what actually makes us happy. Like my friend Aliyah, who spent years becoming a lawyer because it sounded prestigious, only to realize she hated every minute of actual legal work. We get so attached to outcomes that we're afraid to start. We treat failure as proof we're not good enough, rather than valuable information. So what exactly is a tiny experiment? It's a small, low-risk action designed to test an idea about your life. Think of it as dipping your toe in the water instead of diving headfirst into the unknown. For example, curious about meditation. Try 5 minutes for 3 days instead of committing to a 10-day silent retreat. Thinking about changing careers? Shadow someone for a day or volunteer on a project before quitting your job. Wondering if you'd enjoy painting? Take a one-time workshop before investing in paints and brushes. The beauty of tiny experiments is that even when they fail, they succeed by giving you clarity. When Anne-Laure tried a tiny experiment with drawing daily, she quickly realized she didn't enjoy it, saving herself months of forcing a hobby that wasn't right for her. Lesson 1. Take small steps to find your path. Our brains are wired to overthink and overplan. The truth is, no amount of planning can replace the knowledge you gain from actually doing the thing. For example, instead of committing to become a chef, try cooking one new recipe this week and see how it feels. Pick one thing you're curious about and try it for 10 minutes a day for a week. Notice what you enjoy. Here's how you can apply this today. Identify something you've been overthinking and design a 15-minute experiment to take one small action. If you're considering starting a podcast, for example, record a 3-minute audio on your phone talking about something you love. If you want to write more, set a timer for 10 minutes and write anything without editing. The goal isn't perfection, it's movement. As Anne-Laure says, the purpose of a tiny experiment isn't to succeed, it's to learn. Lesson 2. See failures as clues. We've all been conditioned to fear failure. But if your attempt at something doesn't go as planned, it's not a failure. It's a clue about what doesn't work for you. Every try teaches you something. Lila, a retiree, wanted to stay active and thought running was the answer. She tried a tiny experiment, jogging for 10 minutes a day. She hated it, but instead of feeling like she failed, she saw it as a clue. She preferred gentler movement. She tried a yoga video next and found her new favorite hobby. So next time something doesn't work, e.g., a new routine or project, ask, what did this teach me? Maybe you need a different approach or a new idea. Lesson 3. Chase what sparks your curiosity. Don't let others' expectations, friends, family, social media, dictate your choices. Tiny experiments help you discover what you love, not what's trendy or practical. Let me tell you about Sam, a recent college grad who felt pressure to take a corporate job but was curious about graphic design. He tried a tiny experiment, creating one poster on a free app like Canva. He loved it and shared it online, getting a few likes. That led to freelancing gigs, and now Sam's building a career he's excited about. I want you to one thing that excites you, even if it feels weird to others. Write a blog post, try a dance class, start a YouTube channel, or plant a seed. Just for you. Lesson 4. Finish your experiments to build confidence. We've all been there. Starting January with ambitious plans to eat healthy and work out every day, only to give up by the 15th. The problem isn't lack of willpower, it's that we set ourselves up for failure with unsustainable commitments. You see, when you complete even one small experiment, it makes you trust yourself more. Finishing, even imperfectly, proves you can take action and grow. I want you to pick a small project, e.g., declutter a drawer, go for a morning walk, write a journal, or read a few pages of a book, and complete it this week. The science here is fascinating. Each time we keep a promise to ourselves, no matter how small, we strengthen our identity as someone who follows through. These small wins compound over time. The goal isn't the activity itself, it's building the neural pathways of showing up. Celebrate the win, no matter how tiny. Lesson 5. Focus on feedback and results. The most important thing to remember is that you shouldn't wait months to discover if something is working or not. Instead, design experiments that give you results within days or even hours. The magic happens when you reduce the time between action and feedback. Most of us go too long without checking whether our actions are actually moving us toward what we want. We might spend years in a career path before realizing it's not leading where we thought. Ann-Laure teaches us to design our experiments with clear feedback mechanisms built in, ways to quickly determine if we're on the right track. My favorite example comes from Sam, a graphic designer who wanted to start a side business. Instead of spending months building a perfect portfolio website, he designed a simple experiment with a built-in feedback loop. Create 5 different logo designs and post them on social media with a simple poll asking which style people preferred. The results surprised him. The minimalist designs he personally loved received little engagement, while his more colorful, playful designs got enthusiastic responses. This immediate feedback shaped his next experiment, offering low-cost logo packages in the style that resonated to test if people would actually pay. Within 2 weeks, he had his first 3 clients, all before building a website or officially launching a business. Each tiny experiment provided clear feedback that informed the next step. Try this powerful experiment. Before investing heavily in any new direction, identify one small action that will give you real-world feedback. Want to start a catering business? Cook for one small event and collect anonymous feedback. Thinking about a career change? Find someone in that field and interview them about the day-to-day reality. So there you have it. 5 transformative lessons from tiny experiments. 1. Take imperfect action instead of perfect inaction. 2. Reframe failure as valuable data. 3. Follow your energy, not your shoulds. 4. Embrace small commitments over massive goals. 5. Create rapid feedback loops. Together, these principles have completely changed how I approach my life. I've stopped thinking in terms of giant leaps and started trusting the power of tiny steps taken consistently. If there's one thing I want you to remember, it's this. The path to an extraordinary life isn't made of dramatic decisions. It's made of tiny experiments that gradually reveal who you are and what truly matters to you. Ready to start experimenting in your own life? I've created something special to help you. It's the 7-Day Experimental Living Challenge, a completely free guide that walks you through designing and running 7 tiny experiments to discover what lights you up. Each day takes just 5 to 15 minutes, but the insights could change everything. Download it free. The link is in the description box. Now I'd love to hear from you. What's one tiny experiment you're inspired to try after watching this video? Let me know in the comments below. I read and respond to every single one. If this approach to living resonated with you, hit that like button. It really helps the channel reach more people who might be feeling stuck. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to catch next week's video, where I'll be breaking down another game-changing book. Remember, you don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to be willing to experiment, learn, and grow. See you in the next one.